Assalamu alaikum everyone, how are you? This is Muhammad Halim, and in this video we are going to do all the Arabic reading course. Okay, we're going to start now with the alphabet. The alphabet are 28 letters, and they are divided into two parts, heavy letters and light letters. If you are going to do it correct, you have to pronunciate the light letters light and the heavy letters heavy. And how to differentiate between both of them, it is very simple. Heavy letters, you will know that it's heavy. Light letters, you will also know that it's light letters, depending on how we are going to pronunciate them. Right now, we are going to study the alphabet. I want you first to notice that the alphabet are brothers and sisters. For example, this part, they have the same shape, except the dots. So one dot down, two dots up, three dots up. And this is the most important part that I want you to focus on. Where are the dots and how many are they? Because the shape is going to change later on when we go into the course. So put your mind into the dots and a little bit in the shape. One more point is, do not write the English or the Spanish or any Latin language, it doesn't matter, any other language near to the letters. For example, this is a, don't write like this. This is not correct. And also later on, if you have a word in Arabic, don't write next to it the spelling in your language. This will slow you down. And this is a mistake that happens in most of the applications that are online. Okay? So you will learn it as a kid. This is the letter and this is how you say it. You will compare the shape into the sound in your brain. Okay? Now we are going to start. One more thing. Most of the people in the internet, they teach you the name of the letter, and then they teach you how to read the letter. Right now, we're going to skip the part of the name of the letter, and we're going to go directly to the letter's sound. So for example, this letter, they will be teaching it at but they will be teaching it as alif, but we're going to study it as a. Let's start. A, ba, ta, sa, ja, ha, kha. You'll pause at this point and then you're going to start repeating that again. Alright? So let's do it one more time. A, ba, ta, sa, ja, ha, kha. Okay? After that, we have just finished the three letters groups. We're going to be going to two letters groups. So we have da, za, ra, za, sa, sha, sa, da. That's heavy, of course. Da is heavy. Ta is light. Alright? As we said before, sa, sha, sa, da. Now, the second part of the alphabet. Second part of the alphabet is a bit difficult to pronunciate to most people. So try to focus on the pronunciation. And remember, light letters are light, heavy letters are heavy. Ta, dha, a, gha, fa, qa, ka. You want to repeat that again? So we have ta, dha, a, gha, and then fa, qa, ka, la, ma, na, and then wa, ha, and then this is a, the same as the first one. Remember the first one is the same thing. And then ya, they're both the same shape. Now these are the alphabet. These are all the alphabet as we know it. And you do not go to the next part unless you finish this part first and make sure you understand the alphabet. And as an advice to you, try to print the first page that we have just finished and put it next to you all the time so that when there is a letter that you don't know, you go on to the alphabet from the beginning to the end and you'll be able to memorize it. Now, the second part, the letters when they are joined together. I know the Arabic alphabet can be scary sometimes, especially when they are joined together because they change, unlike the English. So the English, you see Ali, for example, it's A-L-I, separated, nothing between. Here in the Arabic, it's not. Plus, we can have up to 6 shapes for the single letter. So, for example, this is what? This is right here is A. And this is right here is La. Together they come in this shape, which is la'a. La'a again. La'a again. La'a again. And as la'a again. As you can see, it's the same letter but different shapes. You will be able to recognize that later on, starting from today. So here, there are two letters. What are they? Here there is ba and a. Together, see ba, a. Here, for example, we have three letters. We have ba, la, ba. Alright, now, you know this letter, it's ka. It's the same as this one. So this is ka and this is also ka. It's the same letter, just a different shape. Okay, now we are going to continue the next part. All right, let's start from here. So that's kaba, kaba, ka'a, ka'a, ba, ka, ta, and there's also ta, ka, tha. The dots are the most important. Now we have ba. I will say the letters and you try to count how many dots and what are they. So we have ba, and then ta, tha, and that's na, one dot up. The ya can sometimes comes as two dots down, like in this example. So that's ya, it's the same thing. All right. Now we'll have ba'a, and then here is gonna be na'a, ta'a, ya'a, tha'a, basa, yasa. From this point, things should be moving smoothly. Now this is, I know it's dhasa, but it's nasa, but it looks like dasa. Tha is one of the letters that doesn't connect. So the letters that doesn't connect are da, tha, ra, and za. So here we have nasa, tasa, thasa, thaja, taha, na, kha. And then here ya, because it's two dots down, yaha, baja, yama. And I know this shape looks weird, but think of it. It's one dot down. What is the letter with one dot down other than ba? Nothing, just ba. So that's ba, and I know this is ma, and that is also ma. It's two shapes for ma. And then we have nama, tama, thama. That's ba, ya. And look at this, That's ya, ya. And then there's naya, taya, and then thaya. So I hope this is easy so far, and if it's not, go back from the beginning, make sure you understand the alphabet. If things are not easy in here, then you're not memorizing the alphabet as good enough. So go back to the alphabet and it will be easy, inshallah. Now let's continue. Now here is nabala, tanala, bayala, yatala, thathala, nabana. Here as well is banana, like banana, and then tayana, and then yatana, thathana, and then we have ja, remember ja, ha, and kha. Now the tail is not important, means what? This is the letter. That's it. This part we will remove it once it's joined. We take the tip of the letter and then we remove the rest. Okay? Now, starting from here. So that's a hatha, khaba, jata, tahata, ya, jaba, and then ba, kha, ta. You see this one? It's ta. It's the same as this one. So that's ta, that is also ta. And then we have this one, that's ha. It says in the original alphabet. If you don't remember it, go back to the original alphabet. It's in the last line. This is ha as well. This in the middle is also ha. The three of them is ha. And this one is ta. It's similar, but this one with two dots, this one without two dots. Okay? So that's ta and that's ha. Okay? Now, we have bata, yaha. That's taha, but it doesn't come a lot. Nata, but also doesn't come a lot. And then we have ha, yaha, ba, baha, a, baha, ma. That's da. The, jada, khada, ra, za, jara, khaza. That's ra. I know it's weird. It doesn't come a lot, but it's just a shape. So raza, they come sometimes like that, very rarely. Yara, ta, za. I know 2 dots down, 2 dots up. Just the small line, but as I told you, it's the dots. Taza. Then we have sa, sha, sala, shala, sa, da, ta, ضا صابا طابا ضاء ضاء ع غا a, and this is a. So this is غا. Remember, that's غا and that's a. As we said before, we take the tip of the letter and we remove the list. Now we have صاع ضاغا, and then here we have ba'ada, taghadha. We have, now look at this one. That's a, okay? And this is here is a, and that's here is also a. When the a or the hamza comes on top of a letter, it replaces the letter and stays, okay? And then we have here, that's fa, and then qa, wa, fa, wa, and then fa, qa, la, then qa, fa, la. Then here we have ya, that's 2 dots down, fa, ma, that's also ma, ha, ma, and then la, ma, ta, ma, and then here ta, ma, ta. That means done. So that's the second lesson, which is how to join the alphabet. Now, these are the long vowels. The long vowels, it appears in the Quran. So for example, here we have the letter qa. These letters with the sign on top of them is called mad sign, will be taking 6 beats, each one. So this one is going to be qaf, and you need to count in your fingers to know that you're doing 6 beats. We have here noon, Sad, and then here you see this letter doesn't have anything on, so it's gonna be ha and mim, 6 beats. Here also the ya doesn't have anything, so it's ya and then sin, 6 beats. Okay, and you will find it a bit challenging if you go up in here into these parts. So that's the toppest one. It's in the beginning of Surah Maryam. And then let's go. So we have ka, 6 beats, and then ha, no beats, ya, 2 beats, nothing, no beats. Then we have a and sa. So this one is going to be having like 18 beats, and it's going to sound like this. Kaf, ha, ya, ayn, sad. Again, this comes in the Quran. All right? Now, the vowels of the Arabic language. We have 5 vowels. First vowel is a, the one we already learned it, which is the sound goes up like this. So that means it's a. And then we have this one that the sound goes down. It's e. And you remember the letter wa? Yes, that's the letter wa. So it's gonna be like oo, circle. Again, it's a, e, u. Okay? Now, try it here. Ha, he, hu, a, i, u, ha, hi, hu. And then we have ga, gi, gu, kha, khi, khu, ka, ki, ku, ka, ki, ku, and so on. Okay? Try to continue this page, the same sound. So da, di, du, tha, thi, thu. And then we have here the double vowels. As you can see, the vowels have doubled. So there is a major sound in the Arabic language, which is the noon sound. This one. Remember the noon? So instead of writing noon in every single word that we want to add this sound, we replaced it with double the vowels. So this one is going to be man, min, mun. Try to repeat it. Man, min, mun, like that. So here is going to be ben, bin, bun, wan, win, wun, fan, fin, fun, okay, and so on. Try to exercise this page as well. And then you've just finished 80% of the language reading. Now let's try to exercise this in words. We'll start with this one. Yes, it's a, ma, ra. How about this one? A, kha, za. When you are doing that, if there is a letters that you don't know, like in between of the words, try to go back to the page that I've told you to print it and try to go from the beginning of the alphabet to the end of the alphabet, and you're gonna find your letter. Okay, so that's abadan, ahadun, akhada, adina, amara. This one is ana. We'll talk about this simple later on, inshallah. And here we have bakhila, bararatin, ja'ala, jama'a, hasada, hashara, khashiya. Look at this one. They have the same letters but different vowels. So this one is going to be khalaqa, and this one is going to be khuliqa, dhakara, rafa'a, raqabatin. Things are going to be starting to seem easier here, it is easier. Now, do you see this one? That's tuwan, the ya is silent. Abasa, adala, alaqin, amadin, inaban. Try to exercise this few lines. Okay, and now that's another rule. You see this one? That's a. Okay, it's a small a. We can have three letters that are small. Small a, small wa, small ya. That's it. So it is as if you are writing it like that. Ba'a. Okay? Ya'a. Ra'a. If you're going to read, it's going to be ma, la, wa, na. Okay? Now, that's the small ya. It appears in the Quran. So it's going to be e, he, wu. And we also use it in Arabic, by the way. Now, you see here we have two letters, but we have only one vowel, which is the vowel up or fatha. Now you see here it's ba. The a here is silent. Why? Because the letter ba has a vowel a. Vowel a is very similar to the letter alif or a. So it replaces it or to remove it. Here too, it's woo. So boo. Khalas, that's it. You don't need to say boo, woo. You know what I mean? Here is also B. Khalas, this one is removed. We write it for writing purposes. Writing purposes is different from reading purposes. So for example, you write the word no, K-N-O-W. We don't say or we don't pronounce the letter K, but we still write it. Writing is separated from reading. So here is ta, tu, ti, tha, thu. It takes a little bit longer because when you remove the letter, it gives small beat. Okay? This should be easy. Try to practice it. Now, before the last rule, this is called sukun. This sign. It can come like this as a complete O or semi-O like this. Alright, so we have this one is not complete silent. It means that you need to pronounce this letter with the one before it together as one sound. So instead of saying ta, wa, no, it's going to be tau together. Tau, tai, thou, they, thou, they, thou, they, rau, rai, zau, zay, so, say, and so on. Two letters, one sound. Some exercise. Read with me. Amana, awa, aniyatin. This is a small ya, the one I told you about. It's ilafi, aina, bihi. That's the small ya that we discussed earlier. And that's the small alif that we also discussed earlier. Here, ja'a, that's the mad sign, which is to stretch the letters. Ji'a, that's also the mad sign. جوع خوف خير داوود. Okay, now try to exercise yourself in here. This is all exercise, 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 exercise as well. Exercise on the sukun. You can also give it some time. Let's exercise on what we did earlier, all of it. And then the final rule with us is going to start from here. Okay, this is our final rule. It's called chedda, or the small w. Okay, this means that this letter is two letters. It's not one letter. It's double letters. So it's not aba, it's aba ba. But instead of writing two of them, we write one and we'll pronunciate two. So it's going to be abba, abbi, abbu, ibba, ibbi, ibu, ibba. Okay? Now here, ubbi, ubbu, abba, abbin, abbun, ibban, ibbin. Very simple. Okay, it will appear more when we put it in words. Now here, burriza, hussila. You see, I'm pausing on the letter. Hussila, saddaqa, addada. You pause your tongue on it. Qaddara, kadhaba. Okay. Try to do some exercise in this one as well, and that will be all for the reading course. Now what you do next is try to exercise a lot, read a lot. All right, if there is a word that you can't read it, share it with your teacher. Now remember, it is all about exercising. These words that you see is all exercise. You can exercise in reading an Arabic book, or you can exercise in reading the Quran, or complete this exercise. That is all the reading course. After this, you should be able to read any Arabic language. Any Arabic language. The one in the Quran, the one in the books, poems, old books, news. Well, understanding it, that's another story. In another video. See you soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.